Welcome back, everyone. Today we continue with another powerful chapter of the greatest estate developer. This episode dives deeper into Javier's journey, filled with emotion, determination, and a test of his resolve. The atmosphere is heavy, the stakes are high, and the bonds of loyalty and friendship shine brighter than ever. Get ready for a chapter that blends intensity, heart, and unforgettable moments, because what happens here is truly special. As the story continues from the last chapter, Javier finally stands before the mighty Dragon King, Verkis. Determined and unshaken, Javier has only one request: to be sent to Seoul. The scene opens with Verkis lying lazily across a grand sofa, surrounded by mountains of gold and glittering rubies. Half asleep, the Dragon King opens his eyes slightly and stares at Javier. His voice carries a mix of irritation and curiosity as he asks, "How did you get in here?" "I set up a really strong space distortion spell." But Javier remains calm and firm. With a straight face, he replies, "I asked Lord Tyrannus. He told me that if I draw a certain pattern with enough power, I can break through it." Hearing this, Verkis narrows his eyes, muttering in disbelief. "My father? Why would that guy even?" He stops midway, noticing Javier's unwavering expression. The Dragon King exhales heavily, covering part of his face with one hand as he settles deeper into the sofa. "Huh. Well, you're that guy's ally, so you must have done everything possible to get here. I've already heard the news. What a shame." But Javier immediately cuts him off. His voice is sharp, filled with determination. "No." Verkis turns his head, studying him. Javier's eyes are firm, and with unyielding resolve, he declares, "It's not over yet. As long as I'm alive, I'll definitely find him." For a moment, Verkis falls silent, staring at the knight who refuses to give in. Finally, he speaks, his tone calm but heavy. "This is something decided and set in motion by a universe far superior to ours. Even I can't say if that guy is in Seoul or not." But Javier doesn't back down. His reply is filled with stubborn hope. "So, there's still a chance. It's not 0%, then?" Verkis pauses, and then lets out a short laugh. Uft. With a casual snap of his fingers, a magic circle appears on the floor beside Javier, glowing with energy. A portal slowly forms, its swirling surface leading straight to modern-day Earth. Javier's eyes widen as he looks toward it. Meanwhile, Verkis digs into the inner pocket of his coat, searching for something. His voice is nonchalant as he explains, "That's the portal to Seoul. There's nothing special about your young master's mana, so I can't give you a detector or anything." Finally finding the object he was searching for, Verkis tosses it casually toward Javier. "Still, here you go." Javier catches it and looks down. It seems to be some kind of device. Verkis explains further. "Press the button in the middle, and you can quickly return here. I haven't been sleeping well lately because I was making that." Javier blinks in surprise, shocked by the unexpected generosity of the famously lazy dragon. "Huh." But Verkis waves him off, covering his face again with one hand, clearly tired of the conversation. "I had a feeling you'd come. Now hurry up and go." Ugh, such annoying people. Still in disbelief, Javier lowers his head, bowing deeply. "Thank you, oh gracious Dragon King." And with that, the knight prepares to step into the portal, carrying with him determination and hope for what lies ahead. The scene shifts. From the mystical realm of the Dragon King, we now return to planet Earth. The view slowly narrows down, first showing the globe, then South Korea, and finally, the bustling city of Seoul. Cars rush through crowded streets, horns blaring as traffic fills the air with noise. Among the sea of people, one man runs desperately along the sidewalk. It is Javier. He dashes through the city, eyes scanning every face in the crowd. His mission is clear: find Kim Suho. But in a city this vast, the search feels impossible. He weaves through strangers, runs across busy crossings, and peers into every direction, hoping for even the smallest clue. Sweat pours down his face, his breath growing heavy, but he doesn't stop. From morning till deep into the night, Javier keeps running. At last, exhausted, he collapses into the narrow alley between two buildings. His head hangs low as sleep overtakes him. The night passes, and when morning arrives, he forces himself up again. Still weary, Javier resumes his search. Step by step, through streets and crowds, he keeps moving, but there is no sign of Suho anywhere. Eventually, he slumps back into another alleyway, completely drained. Thoughts swirl in his mind, heavy with regret. I didn't even know what you looked like. I wish I had learned more about you. Closing his eyes, he allows himself a moment of stillness. Another night passes with him curled in the shadows, clutching his failure. By dawn, Javier reaches into his pocket and pulls out the small device given to him by the Dragon King. The return portal. He stares at it with trembling hands, his mind filled with doubt. From the start, I had no plan at all. I don't know how to do this. His teeth grit as despair rises. What kind of main character am I? Where can you find a main character this dumb? If it were you, Kim Suho, you would have known what to do. Tears stream down Javier's face as he looks up into the night sky. His blurred vision catches something in the distance, and then his eyes widen. There it is, the familiar silhouette of the Namsen Seoul Tower. The very place he once visited with Suho. Memories flood in. Lloyd's voice echoes in his mind. When someone really misses another person, they might meet here again. Strength surges back into him. Javier pushes himself up and begins to run. His legs pound against the pavement as he dashes toward the tower. He sprints up the long staircase, breath ragged, chest heaving. Huff, huff, huff. As he climbs, another memory surfaces, Lloyd's voice from the past. Hey, Javier, our house is in a lot of debt, right? But Javier doesn't stop. He pushes himself harder, reaching the top of the tower. Surrounded by crowds of people, his eyes dart desperately from face to face. His heart pounds in his chest, but the memories won't stop coming. Lloyd's command from horseback echoes. Next is the Lacona Viscounty. Hiya, back to the present. Javier runs through the crowd, searching frantically. Then again, another flashback. Lloyd's voice full of determination. For the Count, the Countess, and everyone else. I must find it no matter what. But the memory shifts, darker this time. Lloyd's angry shout pierces through. Who said we were friends? You arrogant fool. Back then, Javier had been shocked, but even in that harshness, he could feel Lloyd's guilt. His vision blurs, sweat dripping down his face, breath short and heavy. His mind trembles as yet another memory surfaces, the final battle. He sees Lloyd, smiling in his last moment of sacrifice. It's time for the extra to exit the stage. Take good care of this world. Main character. Back in the present, Javier's eyes fill with tears again. His body sways, exhausted, but he refuses to stop. His gaze shifts, and then he sees him. Just a few meters away, standing among the crowd, Suho. Time seems to freeze. Javier halts, unable to move as his chest heaves with every breath. People around them chat casually. Appa, about that cafe last time. Asterisk, if I get rejected after confessing. Asterisk. Dad, I want to go there. But Javier hears none of it. His entire world narrows onto Suho. Suho, too, stares back in shock. His lips tremble as he whispers. Javier? Javier, drenched in sweat, mouth open as he gasps for air, slowly closes his lips. And then, at last, he smiles. A smile of relief. A smile of reunion. After so much struggle, after so many memories and pain, Javier and Suho finally meet again. And that wraps up today's chapter of The Greatest Estate Developer. What an emotional ride. A huge thank you to everyone who tuned in till the end, and an even bigger thanks to all the amazing members who joined the channel. Your support truly helps keep these recaps and narrations going strong. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more. And to all our channel members, you are the real MVPs. Thank you for being part of this journey with me. Until next time, take care and see you in the next episode.